Yep.
Yeah, so I had the pleasure of watching back the whole game today. One of the things we talked about last week was the difference in the first half and second half, and some of the big things that really changed were the playing out of possession and playing in possession out of the back. Those were two of the things, and the other one was attacking using wide spaces. We worked on it all winter, and we're going to touch on that. So I'm going to take you through some of the clips from the game. I'm not going to do too many because I have about a million, but we'll get to it. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So there'll be a couple scenarios in the first half that we noticed where we didn't execute playing out of the back properly. And this is a great example. And of us rushing our play. See, Max gets it out to Pierre, and look at all the time and space he has. There's no one on him. but we're rushing our play. He takes it forward, auto showing short, and he runs into trouble, and we lose the ball right away, right? There's a plenty more examples in the first half, and this is where we failed to execute. And this is something that can't happen every week. We can't start the game slow, and this is one of the things. Same scenario for someone in here like Simone. You can see what's going on, and also for the midfielders. He drives the ball in the midfield with no pressure. We can move forward, but what's the point of rushing it if we're not going to be pressured like this? He drives into space. Look where Otto is, right here. You're going inside, and then you're coming out. This is where you got to stay on the line, right here. We've been emphasizing that. You come inside, and now Pierre has less options when he's driving the ball. Get all the way to the line. That's when we talk about getting nice and wide on the buildup, and it allows us to have more options, and we're able to find ways to move forward. And then if we move forward right here, we have another great example where we have it out wide. Pierre again. Auto, you're showing. This is well done. You're close to line. But we don't execute the combination. Couple minutes go by. We lose the ball. And who remembers what happens here? Anybody know? Yeah, we concede. So this is the thing about getting the attention to detail right. When we have the ball and we're playing out of the back, we have to take care of it. And this is one of the things that changed in the second half is that we started playing with space, we started taking time, and we started looking for our combinations. There's a great example a little further. Mhm. Yeah. We we have some more options here, and this is where it starts to improve. As we start to lose the nerves, and we start to play our passing combinations. This is a great example. Pierre into Obama, Obama to Teo, and we switch the play. That's lovely. This is exactly how we play on the back. We play one touch, we play with our heads up, and we play confident. We ask for it, and we look to move the ball. This is perfect. This is exactly how we want to play for the rest of the game. This one was lovely. We'll move forward a little bit to. It's a good example. We go back to the goalkeeper. He takes his time. We play Simone into the middle. We switch. Otto, look where he is. He's nice and wide. He's nice and wide. But Henry plays 1-2 and goes to Pierre. And this is a great example of the things we want to do, but we need to be able to execute these week in, week out, every single time when we play. I'm going to go to the tactics board real quick. Yeah. Yeah. When we play in a 4-4-2 and we have the ball, if the ball goes out to the center backs, all right, and it goes out to the fullbacks. If we get the wingers nice and wide, and then we have the strikers running in this operating in this area, we create these nice big diamonds, right? And then everybody shifts over, and we're on the front foot. You see this? You see the structures we have here is the player always has three options: 1, 2, 3, and then he can even go back. So it's about finding these ways to make yourself available in the structure and then also being able to execute it. And that's one of the things that we move forward to the second half. We started doing a lot better at a high level. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and this was a great example as we play into the fullback here in this one. We play into Henry. He goes 1-2, and we could have been on the front foot right here, right? Other example, maybe fullback picks it up, you play out wide goes into the middle, we look into space. There's plenty of combinations we can play in here, but it's about having the structure and being available to play and then going and executing when you're on the field. We'll go back to the game real quick as I took some examples from the second half now to show you guys the difference of how we are playing and playing out the back because there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities. I have 10 total here we did in the first half. Second half I only have 4, right? So let's move forward. This is a great example. Some great play. Max out to Simone, 2 touches. You guys might remember this one. 1, 2, 3. Plays into space. Pierre's making a great, amazing run. He's getting really nice and wide, giving Ellis space to play in behind. 3 touches to Otto, goal. 10 touches, we're in the back of the net. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. And this is how we want to play all the time is we play quick, we play 2 touches, but then we also stretch the field and have an option going forward. So we're not always playing short passes, we're playing it behind and we're going on the attack. We have another example here. Simone goes back, we reset. Max takes his time. He plays Simone, 2 touches. Hudson into Ellis. Ellis back to Simone. And then he rushes it and we lose the ball. But these are the combinations we want to play. This is where sometimes we have to get our heads up. We're playing good. And then we have to finish it. Is there a question? Oh, yep. And then we have another one where we go out wide to TJ. We play another 1-2. Simone, I think you get a little lucky here, but we move the ball very well. You go for the switch. We move forward. We win the pass. I'll show you. And then Pierre, great run. Look at this in behind. He's looking for the space in here. You guys see that? Look where he picks it up. Look, follow Pierre's movement. Look, he's not even looking to ask for the ball in defeat. He's going right in behind the defense. This is exactly what we want to see. I'm gonna have a couple more clips of us playing wide and space. Yep. Yep. We'll go to near the end of the game, and I'm convinced if we had another 10 minutes, we would have won 7-1 because we really started to click together, put the pieces together, and we were all over them. This is another great example playing at the back. Max touch takes his time. This is Ethan, something you can figure out if you go back in net and when your finger heals. Look how he takes his time. He takes the touch, gets his head up, no one's pressuring, time, plays out to Simone. Yep. 3 touches, Simone gets it out wide. TJ, you're here. Great idea. You look for into space, but you also have all that space in front of you to drive into. It's a good ball. It's a great idea. And Pierre's getting nice and wide. He's giving him an option. Look where he is. Look at all that space he is. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And these were the examples of playing out the back that we wanted to highlight first half, second half. is that it's something that we have to do and we have to execute if we know we want to win these games. All right? We we can obviously kick the ball up. We can play kickball, kick and run, but that way it's a 50-50 chance we get the ball or not. If we learn how to play our game and we pass it on the ground, then we will consistently get more results if we can execute. You have to know that we can win the game 100% if you really want to stay winning at a high level. You cannot leave it up to chance. And that's what we're doing and that's what we're building. So playing out the back is a good example when we have the ball, and then we have to move into scenarios when we don't have the ball. Because this is the other part of the game that when we also execute it at a high level, we will start to see more and more results and more goals. This is the only example they have of playing a short pass, but it's something that we talk about really well and that coach talks about with man marking. Is everyone's picking up their players. You see Henry, you see this is a good example. He's calling out players in the middle to pick up, right? He's organizing, and then who steps up here? Is that Hudson? Hudson steps up. It's, it's Hudson. Hudson. Yeah, he steps up. Man marks. Perfect. Now the six can't receive the ball here. We go forward. They try to play it out. Simone, you can see he's on the right winger. He's ready for it. He wins the ball. We keep it. We go forward. Emmett Goodwin. Play it out to the captain. And we get a shot on net. Right? Hmm. Yep. Yeah. So this is what we talk about out of possession. If we can execute the press up the pitch and we win the ball up the pitch, then we're not playing on our own end and we have to go forward. We're already in front of goal. And if we do these things right, and that's how we can win the ball back, score more goals. There's a really good example from our first win of the season. I don't have the clip in front of me, but Andre will remember where we're playing in a 3-4-3 and he does a really good job of angling the opposition towards. Like coach showed in a video a couple weeks ago. It's not about attacking the player straight on. It's about taking an angle and forcing him to an area where the team, the pack of wolves, could come together and win the ball. It's not just about the individual. So this is a good example of them playing out the back, and then we're gonna go to some long balls because that's what they were doing. This is good. See, we see Emmett right here pointing to this guy right here. We need a man mark. He's going to pick up front, and Henry does a really good job shifting over. We win the first ball, we win the second, and we're on the front foot, right? He gets it out to Daniil. We have a shot. You see what I mean? Is that the game is played in two phases. It's in possession, out of possession. If we can execute the in possession and the out of possession, no one will be able to beat us because we'll always be putting in the work. We'll know where we need to be, and we'll know what to do when we win the ball. So there's a couple. I'm gonna go to one or two more examples of the long balls because it's just fighting, right? If we fight for these long passes and we win the first ball, or we win the second ball and we win the third ball, then we're on the front foot and we're going forward. Another good win. He's in position. Daniil has a chance, and we could score right away, right? Because we're doing the right things right off the bat, and we're pressing properly, and we have chances to score. I'm gonna go to one more. I think it was for the goal. I want to find this one. Is this the penalty? Yeah, okay. This is a good one. Here. So we're picking up. Look, we man marking. Pierre on the center back. Chiesa ready for the center back. We have Emmett, I think, pushing up on the 6. Ellis is watching the fullback. We're man marking, man to man. Obama, hand on him. Perfect, right? The ball goes into the center. We win the first one. We play it out wide. Pierre wins the ball back. Chiesa, he's in. They slide tackle. We get a penalty. I think it was a little lucky, but the point being, we execute the press right away. We're on the front foot, and we. Yep. Mhm. Right there. Perfect. So this is what we talk about. In possession, we showed for the first 10, 15 minutes. Now we do out of possession. We execute the press properly when they play short, and we force them into areas where we have players instead of just trying to win the ball back in a one-on-one every time. And then we're on the front foot. We're going forward. We get opportunities like this. We fight for the long balls. We win them. Win the first ball. We don't fight. We win the second one. And then we're going forward and we're on the attack. So now we have, yeah, yeah. So now we talk about winning the ball. We're playing out the back. The biggest thing for us right now we know is attacking. Is we can generate chances, but we also need to be able to generate more chances and then finish them. Obviously, in this video, we're not going to teach you how to finish. We can only teach you guys how to be in the right positions. And there's two players in this game that I really liked when we talk about finding space on the attack, and it's TJ and it's Pierre. I don't think Pierre is here, but TJ as well, and we'll be able to you guys will be able to learn when you see the positions they take up attackingly that allows them to get the ball more and then take it and score more goals, create chances because they both did it a lot this game. So this is an example of us being too narrow. Henry picks the ball up in the middle and look where the whole team is. We have Otto, you're all the way on the hash marks right here. You should already be running out towards the 50 towards the touchline because you allow the fullback to stay central and then Henry has less options to play inside, right? You really have to stretch that field so that it creates options for others and for yourself. We're playing too narrow. Yeah. Yeah. So this is one example of being too narrow. We have a couple, but we also did very well at finding space, and we'll show you some of those examples. Another one being too narrow. I think we showed this last week. We win the ball. It's good. We go to play it through. And look, Ellis, look where you are again. Hash marks on the hash marks. We're too narrow. The fullback can stay inside and mark TJ as well. But if you get nice and wide out here, you do a good point. But you can even get wider because then you have more space, and then this fullback can't track TJ. And then the ball goes through. It's unlucky, but that's that fullback there because he can mark TJ because you're too narrow. And a pass, he can even cut that out too. So it's for the forwards, whoever's here. I think Andre, TJ, Ben, even Daniil, get nice and wide. Auto create space because you're not just creating space for yourself; you're creating it for others on the team by drawing players out. So we have one more example here, and then we'll show you some of the good ones because we did do some really good stuff towards the end of the game, so we should highlight that too. Right here, still too narrow. Look where we are. We win the ball here. We got everybody in the middle. Get out to the line. Otto, Daniil, TJ, other all wingers. Get all the way out to the line because now the fullback can focus on TJ because you're too central. And then one touch, and you're already back towards the fullback, right? That's where if you stretch the line, you give more space for yourself, and as well as for TJ to make a run inside. Simone, this has to be back first touch too. You can't be doing this down in the corner. But we'll be focusing on a different time. Well, now let's focus on the good stuff because there's a lot of good stuff towards the end of this game in attacking using wide spaces. And the main two we're going to highlight are Pierre and TJ. This is a great one. We pick up the ball. Look where TJ is going. He's even stretching that. He's not in the 50. He can even get wider than this. You can even get wider, but he's playing a winger, a striker, and he's got all that space in behind. That pass has to be into the space in the middle. Have to be able to let him run onto that. But it's a good example of him giving himself a chance by being so wide that he has all this space to play in behind. It's unlucky Hudson, but it's a great idea. 57-25. We win the ball back. And look, Pierre's already going. Pierre's already getting wide. He's getting into the space. You can even be wider because that gives Ellis more time to play the ball and more areas to pass it into. He gets nice and wide. The ball comes out. It's a little behind him, but that's what we want. We don't want you in the center. We want you to get wide, and we're already doing it. And Pierre did it very well, and TJ. And we'll show you some more examples because they do it a couple more times, and I want everybody to learn from their movement. And this is the example of him behind. We get the ball up, and look, Pierre's even looking to go right away. We'll see if this is an offside right away. What do you guys think? Offside or no? We'll bring in VAR later. We'll bring in VAR. It's very, very close. Very close. I'll show you. I took a screenshot at the end. Yeah. Yep. No. It's a different one. Different one. I'll show you at the end. At the end. And then another good example, Pierre looking to stretch the line. Emmett, if you can get that over the top, but look how wide he is. He's all the way out here. He's dragging the fullback, so there's space in between. And then that gives more space for Daniil, and it gives space for others. So some forwards, you can learn from Pierre's movement on this because he's not always going right to the ball, going right to the middle. He's getting nice and wide and giving himself space and then also creating space for others. Obviously, the ball doesn't get through, but he keeps going. We chase. He goes through. He should be shooting on his left foot, tries to go right. Unlucky. But you see how he's creating opportunities just by creating space and about looking for the space. It's something that players like Lionel Messi notorious for is he always looks for space. You see him walk out there, but then he goes into the space very well. And another one, look how wide he's getting. Look at Pierre, he's not in the middle. He's going for the fullback. So look how much space TJ has now. Because Pierre's stretching, TJ's also getting nice and wide. We play a little 1-2. It's a great idea to look in behind. But look at that little combination. We stretch the defense. Center back has to worry about Ellis now because Pierre is all the way out here. You see how just creating space for others and yourself just by moving into the space that's available. You don't always have to go to the war, go towards the ball, or go towards the goal. Look to create space. This is a good example. It's a nice pass. Obviously, unlucky it doesn't happen, but it was very nice. Move forward a little bit more. Pierre gets nice and wide. Look at TJ. Look at TJ. Just on this. He's waiting out here for the ball. He's not running inside. He's getting nice and wide. Eventually we move it out. Where are we? 61.50. Yeah, here. 1-2. Into the middle. Unlucky. And then again, look how wide he is. Pierre's all the way out here. Fullback's got to worry about Pierre. TJ gets nice and wide. And look, we're on the front foot. We have space. And he drives into space. We get an opportunity from this. See, just by creating space for each other. Pierre all the way out wide. Goes to win it back. Shot on goal. See? Space. Always look for the space. And we have so much field, but we're focusing on playing too narrow. Like we're at practice in the winter and we only have a little bit of field. There's the whole field available for you guys. And I think Pierre and TJ do a really good job of showing that. So we'll move forward a couple more. We win the ball back. Look where Pierre is. He's all the way here. He's not in the middle. He's all the way out here. And Chiesa, unlucky. Great idea for that first time ball. It doesn't come off, but you see how Pierre getting nice and wide, attracting attention, and we move up the pitch again. Another one here, I think. We win the ball. Pierre looking to get in behind. He gets an opportunity. Just because he's playing on the shoulder and he's playing to get in behind. He's not looking to go short. He's going in behind. It's a great example. And we have another one here. TJ, look where TJ is going. Nice and wide. Nice and wide. He sees we get the ball. Look, he's going wide first. He's going wide. He's creating space. This is lovely interplay. We go 1-2. He drives into space, cuts inside, has a strike. Just beautiful. Very, very good. So you see what happens when we get wide, we create space for others, and we create space for ourselves. I encourage you, next England match, we'll see how they do, but watch Jude Bellingham. Just watch where he looks to receive the ball, where he's going into different spaces. He's always looking for space. And that's what makes him such a good player. There's players who are just as technical as him, just as good as him, but he's always looking for space. And Pierre and TJ did that very well towards the end of the game. We had plenty of attacks going down his left side just because they're making the field really big. So that'll be it for me on this. We'll consult VAR as well. I don't know what you guys think. Is he offside? Yes or no?
I think he's offside.
Yeah, I think he's a bit offside there.
Offside?
Yeah, I think maybe like half foot.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at his left knee, his left knee is offside.
What about the
I think he's
shoulder? What about his
definitely
shoulder
offside.
right
That's
there? Do you
pretty
think his
close.
shoulder keeps
No,
him
no,
on?
he's fully offside. It's
Yeah, I
it
think
says
he-
Look at the dashes. Just look at the
Yeah,
dashes.
look at the
yeah,
line.
that's what I was
Look at the
looking at.
line.
Look at the dashes.
Yeah. But the player's
But look
shoulder
at the
Look at the
line. Look at the
almost-
line.
he's
He's
almost on the
closer
half
to the
field.
white line.
Look at the little, like the dashes or whatever.
Yeah,
I think he is a bit off.
he's definitely off. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. That's yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for me. I went through the game, first half versus second half. We need to be able to execute in possession. If we keep the ball, then we know we can win the game if we have the ball. We're not kicking it up and hoping 50-50 chance we get it, we score, right? We don't want to leave it up to chance. We want to know we can win. Out of possession, we keep our shape, we communicate, we man mark, we can win the ball, create more chances. And then in possession going forward, look for spaces, make the field nice and big. We sometimes get too narrow, we make the field nice and big, we create chances for others and ourselves.
I didn't raise my hand.
No. Let's have a good session. Let's have a good week. Friendly game Thursday. Let's do it again.
Coach, just so you know, for the game on Thursday, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to come. But if I come, I'll show up like at 5:20, 5:30 since I have something before.
Bye, Coach. See you tomorrow.